This is Dane Crowley, and I help business owners professionalize their operations so they never feel trapped in them again. Today's topic is content marketing strategies, crafting and implementing effective plans. As we've been discussing in this series, there's a problem that business owners will be facing in the not too distant future. It has been estimated by 2040, 95% of purchases will be made through e commerce. So the question is, will your company be ready? And to ensure that you're ready, we're going to make sure that you know and understand how to convert your traditional goods and services into digital products so that you won't have to play catch up. You can be ahead of the pack, you can be ahead of the curve. So let's go over some tips to help you make that happen, and specifically about creating content. So, first topic, developing a content calendar for consistent publishing. You want to do this to ensure that you have regular and consistent content to share. For example, a simple tool you can use to make sure that the content you create is consistent and shareable is a tool called Buffer. And Buffer allows you to, in a sense, schedule out future posts. So, in a sense, you can spend a day or two, let's just say a weekend, creating all the content that you want to put out for the month. And then you can pop it into a tool like Buffer. And then Buffer will automatically send it out for you. So, that is one of the beautiful parts about the internet and the technology we have at our disposal when it comes to creating content. You can just create it, set it up, and then just by automation, it'll just be sent out to all the platforms that you want it to go to, so that you don't forget, because life happens, and when life happens, well, we can kind of get distracted and we can kind of get off track, and then that means that we're missing content that we're supposed to be posting. So do yourself a favor, look into a tool called Buffer and make sure that you're taking advantage of the convenience of the internet by automating things, and just do the work to automate your content. So, action step for developing a content calendar for consistent publishing. Shouts out to HubSpot, but you want to create a content calendar outlining topics, publishing dates, and the platforms that you want to stay consistent on. And so this visual here, as you can see, is from HubSpot. Shouts out to them. But it's just an idea of what a typical content calendar could look like. And as we see here, there's different colors for the different type of content that you want to put out, and the days in which you're going to put them out. So obviously we see here, this is basically a month's view, but you can just set up a calendar like this, and then that way you can always know ahead of time and be able to just plan and be more effective. So for example, if you are a tax accountant or any other type of professional services in finance, again, you just figure out some topics, or the simplest thing you can do, no matter what your industry is just come up with, you know, one topic a month or one theme a month. And once you have 12 themes, then from there, you just bust those down into, a weekly theme, and then that weekly theme and the seven individual ideas or seven individual topics. And then you're going to have content for the year. Okay. So, just keep it simple, keep it, keep it just, matter of fact, and, you'll be able to move forward. Next topic, creating valuable content and shareable content. So this is done to make sure that you're able to expand your brand's reach and engage your audience. So for example, TED Talks, TED Talks, they're pretty much, everyone knows what a TED Talk is. We've pretty much all seen one at this point. But, TED, they have shareable talks on various topics that resonate with a wide audience. And this is what allows them just kind of like grow their audience like wildfire, because again, they have so many different topics. As we can see, we have education, AI, sports, health. And so just, and in every category they got tons of speeches. So just that reach alone, gets their platform, gets their brand in front of new audiences, new niches, new customers, so that they can just always, grow. But the engine behind that, the fuel behind that, is ultimately the content. Without the content, without the talks. So TED Talks, They're focused on making sure they're bringing in good speakers to talk about good ideas that people want to hear about. So the more they do that, the more content they put out, the better they'll be able to expand their reach and just to engage their audience. You can do the same. Action step for creating valuable and shareable content. Focus on creating content that adds value to your audience, I should say, and encourage sharing to amplify your reach. So just be mindful of the type of content and the type of posts that you tend to that tend to captivate your attention and engage you into taking action, and then just do your best to replicate that. And so just start having a good eye, keeping an eye open, peeping game, and look at just some of the your competitors, as well as just some of your complementary businesses, just to kind of just see what's working, what's not working, but ultimately, figure out the type of content that's going to be something that people are going to want to consume at the end of the day. And so again, the more valuable and shareable your content is, the better you will be at in reaching a broader audience, so that you can obviously increase your engagement. All right. Next topic: utilizing different content formats. So we got videos, we got blogs, we got images, we got infographics, we got so many different types of content that it can feel a bit overwhelming at times to figure out which one you should be using. For example, National Geographic, Nat Geo, I'm pretty sure we've all seen that before. They have a diverse use of content, because again, their photography, their video, their infographics, and so again, they do a pretty good job of utilizing different types of content formats in order to again expand their reach, so that they can engage their audience. Action step for utilizing different content formats. So again, there's roughly 11 content formats, but you don't want to look at it as I gotta do 11 different types of format. No, you just got to figure out the one that works for you. So experiment with different content formats to understand what resonates most with your audience. So again, peep game on your competitors page and some of the complementary businesses that you might work with, some allies, or just people that and just see what works. See what's getting the most engagement. Engagement specifically being comments, because the more engaging, the more people are commenting, liking, like that's what boosts, or prompts the algorithm in a sense to share your content. Because if you put out a piece of content and your followers start engaging it by leaving comments, then that's going to make the algorithm push it out to newer people. And if they engage on it, then that's how you get to the explore page and beyond. And so figure out what content works best for you. And like you said, keep it simple. So stick to, try to stick to one or two, and just figure out which one works and then which ones don't work. And then once you figure out the ones that do work, the ones that do resonate, and by work I mean that they engage, they get engagement, those are the ones you focus on. All right. So question of the video: what type of content do you find most valuable and shareable? Think about it. What do you find yourself saving? What do you find yourself leaving a comment on? Think about what captivated you. Was it some text? Was it a headline? Was it an image? Was it how if it was a video, was it, what were they talking about? What was the subject matter? How was it phrased? All that kind of stuff. So think about that. And then next, how do they impact your perception of a brand? All right, so use the comment section below to leave your responses. And as always, if you want to learn more, comment below. Go digital. This is Dhane Crawley. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave some comments below, or go to my website, dhanecrawley.com, and I'll look forward to talking to you. It's been a pleasure. Make it a great day. Peace.